My dating history has pretty much been me dating, I don't even know how to talk about this.
I'm married and we met when we were 12. Prior to 12, I haven't really dated much. We did have a short break during college, and so I was dating around then and just meeting new people. I went to a predominantly white school, and so that was a little hard. It seemed like the non-black people didn't want to date black girls, but then also the black guys didn't want to date black girls. So I was caught in between a rock and a hard place.
I think my dating life is a bit different from my friends because I have a pretty diverse friend group, but I did notice, like, especially in college, like, again, like, we would go to like frat parties and like I would get approached, but like it would be evident that they would be approached way more. Or like we'd be like on dating apps and like we'd be swiping the same amount, but like they would get more responses than me. And they would be like, oh, like, Akis, why don't you date more? Or like this, that, and the third. I'm like, I want to date, but it seems as if like people like see me and it's almost like they see my blackness before they see me as a person.
Men are generally scared of black women. I think it's partially because of there was like one point of view of a black woman or maybe just like a couple points of views of a black woman like in the media and on TV and in the movies for a very long time. I just feel like there's like an intimidation factor, especially if a black woman is educated or black woman is a leader or black woman is very business oriented. Immediately it's like, fall back. I've literally had guys tell me like, I feel like you're further along in your life and your career. And I need to catch up to that.
I 100% think that black women are seen differently when it comes to dating. I mean, black women are some of the strongest women on this planet, and I feel like when it comes to dating, that has to really go into dating. People look at strength and be like, oh, she's too loud, she's too outspoken, and no, that's just like being a black woman.
I feel like there's a stigma on black women where it's like they're loud or angry or obnoxious and they like can't be free or take a joke or anything like that. And like I was not that person, but I felt like that was what was put on me. It felt like I was a bit intimidating for them as compared to my other friends. Like they would all like go out to parties and like they would be the first ones to get danced with even though they couldn't dance. But you know, like it just felt kind of like unfair.
It's interesting because I feel like when I was growing up, the only perspective or voice that I was listening to was society. And so I felt like I had to feel undesirable because society said I wasn't desirable because of all of those conventions. And I feel like through time and like educating myself and all of that stuff, I'm like, I can recognize that I'm not what society says we're supposed to deem attractive. But that doesn't mean that I don't feel good about myself or that I don't find myself attractive.
I think that I am the right type of black woman appearance-wise, meaning I have a big butt pretty much and like a smaller waist. But I think my skin color is the detriment to a lot of people. Like I'll often hear, I've never been interested in a dark-skinned girl before. You're the first dark-skinned girl I thought was pretty, whatever. That's not fun. It's not cute things to hear.
That's not a compliment because you're saying like of the dark skins who you deem ugly, you're the prettiest of the ugly, which makes no sense. Just call us beautiful women, which is what we are. All black women are beautiful regardless of your shade.
I want people to know that dating as a black woman comes with a lot of things that other people might not expect. So black men might not realize how painful or problematic their comments might be. I don't want to lump all black men together, but the black men that say these types of things might not realize how painful or detrimental their comments might be, but they are. White women might not realize exactly what black women are going through, but we are going through these things that's specific to being a black woman and dating that white women aren't experiencing. And I just want people to realize that it's different.
Don't immediately like see a black woman and automatically assume that she's one type of way because you don't know her. So don't assume because of what society has told you or what you've seen on TV or what you've read in books or like what you've seen in music videos, that that's the kind of person she is, because you wouldn't do that for any other type of woman. So there's no reason why you should do it for Black women.
I want everyone watching to know that Black women are beautiful and they are smart and they are fun and they are cool and dope as hell. And if they don't like you, then that's their problem, because you are a queen. You should not have to feel lesser than just because someone does not appreciate you. Then that's not the person for you.
I think people need to be okay with being uncomfortable by the truth of other people's experiences, because it's only through that discomfort and that recognition and that willingness to like grapple with it. I think for a lot of us, it's about like just being understood and being heard.
It's also hard to be a Black woman dating Black men. It's also hard to be a Black woman dating white men. It's hard to be a Black woman.
Hi, I'm Claudia Lopez. Welcome to the return of Girls Night Out. After a long break, GNO is back and better than ever. We're going to have travel, adventures, and more fun. So watch us online and on various channels.